Hello everyone, get ready to travel through space and time as we discover and rank the newest PDH Commanders from Doctor Who. Will these robots, aliens, and eyes be worth our time, or should you leave them in the past? Let's get into it. Coming in last place is Time Beetle. This 2-mana 1/1 blue alien insect has Skulk, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you time travel, which means for each suspend card you own and each permanent you control with a time counter on it, you may add or remove a time counter. At the time of recording, there are only 7 PEDH legal blue cards with suspend or time counters, so I'm not sure if you can really build this commander just yet. But I would pick up a copy and just hold on to it. Who knows, we might be able to build it in the future. Number 15 is Clockwork Droid. This 2-mana 3/1 colorless robot lets you exert it to scry 1 and becomes unblockable. This could be a cool Voltron commander since it becomes unblockable, but it's still not a great commander, although you could use some artifact shenanigans to untap it so the exert isn't really an issue. Number 14 is a traxxy Warden. This 6-mana 6/6 white flying alien eye has suspend 5 for 1 and a white, and when ETBs, exile target tap creature. I don't think this makes a great commander in the format. The only thing I can think to do with it is making some mono white blink / tapper decks. Doesn't really excite me. Number 13 is Judon Enforcers. This 7-mana 8/8 Boros alien rhino soldier has trample, no more than 1 creature can attack you each combat, and suspend 6 for 3 mana. Boros aggro, here we come, I guess? The mana value is the biggest issue with this commander, but it is a big beater with trample, so I'm not opposed to building a Voltron deck with it. Number 12 is Star Whale. This 8-mana 8/8 blue alien whale has flying vigilance, other creatures you control have ward 2, and suspend 6 for 1 and a blue. This is just a big blue beating commander, and you know what, I'm okay with that. And if I build this commander, it'll be because the art is so pretty. I can't wait to see it in foil. Number 11 is Dack Squadron. This is a 3-mana 3/3 black Dalek that has Menace and Myriad. This could be an interesting mono black sacrifice commander, where the commander generates the tokens you can sacrifice for value. And since it's an artifact, it also is great in a mono black artifact deck. Coming in at number 10 is Zygon Witness. This 2-mana 0/4 green alien cleric has flash, and whenever another creature dies, if it was attacking or blocking alone, exile it and investigate. This is great because it exiles all creatures that attack or block alone, not just yours, and this will deter people from chump blocking with single tokens, even if you don't have trample. Number 9 is Zygon Infiltrator. This 3-mana 3/2 blue alien shapeshifting soldier has 2 and a blue, tap another target creature and put a stun counter on it. Zygon Infiltrator becomes a copy of that creature for as long as that creature remains tapped. Activate only as a sorcery. If you want to play some weird clone deck, this is the commander for you. While you do lose the ability to tap another creature while this is transformed, that's pretty easy to circumvent by either blinking it or just returning it to your hand. And I really want to copy someone's Priest of Titania, so I get to ramp for all that mana. Coming in at number 8 is Renegade Silent. This 4-mana blue 3/3 alien horde has, at the beginning of your end step, goad up to 1 target creature you don't control, and put a +1/+1 counter on Renegade Silent, then phase it out. This is a great way to add a little chaos to a game and force it to end just that much faster. Remember, goad isn't great in 1v1, and the creature does keep the counters. So you need to add ways to bounce the creatures back to their owner's hands if they get too big. Number 7 is Cyberman Soothsayer. This 3-mana 3/2 red human warlock has, when it enters the battlefield, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card with mana value 3 or greater. Exile that card with 3 time counters on it. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. Put the rest of the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. This seems like a great red mid-range commander that lets you cheat big dragons into play, albeit slowly. You want to add artifacts that let you return creatures to your hand so you could recast this commander over and over again to get additional value from it. Number 6 on our list is Cybermat. This 2-mana 2/1 colorless robot has Skulk, and whenever it attacks and it isn't blocked, it gets +X/+O until end of turn, where X is a number of attacking artifact creatures. Just like Cyberman Patrol, I would probably build an artifact stompy deck with this as your win condition. Number 5 is Cyberman Patrol. This 2-mana 2/2 colorless Cyberman gives artifact creatures you control afflict 3. Now we're cooking with gas. I love this card. I would probably build an artifact stompy deck using artifact creatures that your opponents will have a hard time blocking. So pretty much anything with trample. Coming in at number 4 is Hotar in general. This 5 mana, 5/5 red alien soldier has Trample and Haste and Battalion. Whenever it and at least 2 other creatures attack, for each opponent, go up to 1 target creature that player controls. Those creatures can't block this turn. This is a great mono red aggro commander. It gets damage in right away and makes your opponent's biggest creature hit someone else other than you, at least for a turn, and means it won't block. Third is Memory Worm. This 2 mana, 1/1 red alien worm has whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, Memory Worm deals 2 damage to target player. That player discards a card, then draws a card, then you put a +1/+1 counter on Memory Worm. Just like Araxa, you want to cast spells from anywhere other than your hand. Easiest way to do this is from exile, and you get to burn out the table while growing a threat. Coming in at number 2 is Araxa, Empress of Mars. This 4 mana 5/4 red alien warrior has Trample, Battle Cry, and whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, you create a 2/2 red alien warrior creature token. So we want to load up with Impulse draw cards for a ton of value. Remember, it does say cast spells, so playing lands won't give you a 2/2. I also want to build this in regular Commander. And coming in at number 1 is Displace Dinosaurs. This 7 mana 7/7 green dinosaur has, as historic permanent enters the battlefield under your control, it becomes a 7/7 dinosaur creature in addition to its other types. Do you want to build mono green artifacts? Well, now you can. Time to turn all these random historic cards into big threats. There are 15 0 mana artifacts and 103 1 mana artifacts that you can load into your deck and make them into 7/7s. And that wraps up our Doctor Who Commander rankings. Let me know your thoughts on the list in the comments section below, and make sure to subscribe for more MTG content.